Hey everybody, what is going on? Welcome to the first episode of Learning the Basics, where surprisingly enough, I'm going to be teaching the basics of everything videography and photography. The reason I'm doing this is because over the past year, I've had a ton of people send me DMs or hit me up asking me a bunch of questions. So instead of replying to them, I will just send them these videos. I'm also going to try to keep these videos short and sweet, so let's get this started. Today we're going to be talking about what camera you should buy in 2023 as a beginner looking to get into this industry. This is obviously going to be a little bit biased, but it's for good reason. We're going to start off with the first camera that I've ever used, the Canon EOS M50, and there's also a Mark II for this camera, so I highly suggest that one. It's a mirrorless camera that offers great image quality. It's an entry-level camera under $1,000. It has a 24.1 megapixel sensor and it is an APS-C sensor, so it is cropped. That means if you're shooting on like a 35mm lens, it's actually going to be like a 50. To be more accurate, it's 1.6 times the focal length that you're using. Anyways, the autofocus system on this camera is fantastic, making it a great choice for both stills and for videos. And it can shoot up to 4K 24 frames per second, which is pretty decent. The next camera we have is the Sony a6100. This is a fantastic camera for beginners. A good buddy of mine actually still uses it to this day, and it does produce really good quality image. This camera does have a high resolution 24.2 APS-C sensor, which means this camera is a crop sensor as well. This camera's autofocus system is fast and really accurate. This camera has real-time eye autofocus, which uses AI to automatically detect and track the eyes of your subject, making it easy to focus. This camera can record up to 4K 30 frames per second, allowing you to capture high quality images. And this camera is super small and lightweight, making it a great choice for creators who love a smaller body, and this camera you can find for $1,000. Finally on the list is the Panasonic Lumix S5. This camera is a little bit more on the pricier side, but it's on this list because it is still considered an entry-level camera. And Chris Howe, a photographer here in Toronto, just made the switch from Sony to the Lumix S5. And here's why. The Lumix S5 has a 24.2 full frame sensor. The camera's body-based image stabilization works in tandem with lenses image stabilizations to produce sharp and high quality images, also making sure that your footage is stable and works in low light conditions as well. The Lumix S5 has a fast and accurate autofocus system, which makes it easy to capture action shots and moving subjects. This camera can record up to 4K 60 frames per second to get that beautiful slow motion and smooth footage. You can find the Lumix S5 for just under $2,000, but it is built with a rugged and weather-sealed body that can withstand a lot of elements. There are obviously a lot of camera brands out there and models to choose from. Hopefully this video just gives you a little bit of insight on which ones you should choose. Personally, I love shooting with Canon. I'm shooting off the Canon EOS R5 right now, but just because you have an expensive and great quality camera doesn't make you the best photographer or best videographer out there. A good painter is not a good painter because of the brushes he uses, just like a baker isn't a great baker because of the pans and pots that they use. Same goes with videographers and photographers. I plan on posting learning the basic videos every week, every Wednesday, so make sure you hit that subscribe button to not miss a single one. And until then, I shall see you in the next video.